Hello, this is Mr. Vanscoy. When we are done with this lesson, you should be able to briefly describe how stars form. Stars have a life cycle somewhat like people. Stars are born, grow, change over time, and eventually grow old and die. Well, of course, they're not literally alive. It's an analogy of a life cycle. Most stars do change in size, color, and class at least once in their lifetime. Astronomers know about the life cycle of stars from data gathered from radio telescopes. This one, like these ones here, from visual telescopes and from X-ray telescopes like the Chandra X-ray Space Telescope. Here's an image from the Hubble Space Telescope of the Orion Nebula, where stars are being formed or born. On a dark night, you can practically watch stars being born. The fuzzy area of the sword in the constellation Orion is the Orion Nebula. A close-up of the nebula shows the nebula with around 3,000 stars. New stars are being formed there. Stars are born in a cloud of gas and dust called a nebula, or in plural nebulae. Our sun and solar system formed out of a nebula. The pillars of creation are within the Eagle Nebula, one of the more famous nebula clouds. The pillars are thought to be a large region where stars are forming. The dark areas may be stars that are about to begin. So these dark areas here. For a star to form, gravity pulls the gas and dust into the center of the nebula. As the material becomes denser, the pressure and temperature increases, seen here in this picture from the Spitzer Space Telescope. When the temperature of the center becomes hot enough, nuclear fusion begins. A ball of gas has now become a star. Our sun and the solar system were probably born in a nebula like this. Nuclear fusion is generally considered the point at which a star is born. All right, in this lesson, we very briefly described how stars form. If you are uncertain about this, please don't hesitate to ask questions. In another lesson, we will actually get into the atomic energy of nuclear fusion, the powerhouse of the sun. We'll get into exactly what's going on with nuclear fusion.